Andhra Pradesh is one of India's largest states in terms of land area. It is blessed with abundant natural resources and in the recent past has emerged as a beacon for India's development. However, it also continues to be one of India's poorest states. With a predominantly agrarian economy, Andhra Pradesh relies highly on farmers for financial growth and stability. In the recent past, however, the increasing cost of making a living from farming has created a range of problems that firmly keep farmers in penury. This rampant poverty has the greatest impact on the rural women of the state. For the state to progress, it becomes imperative that the women progress also. It is in this particular area that people's organizations, predominantly managed and operated by women across Andhra Pradesh, have made the greatest difference.
లేటుగా వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకు కట్టుబాట్లు అనేటివి పెట్టుకుంటాం కదా, ఆ కట్టుబాట్ల ప్రకారం లేటుగా వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకు మనం ఏదైనా ఫైన్ వేద్దామా అనేది మీ సంఘంలో మీ తీర్మానం చేసుకొని నడిపించుకోవాలన్నమాట.
In Andhra Pradesh, self-help groups or SHGs have become the primary tool of poverty alleviation and empowerment. An SHG may be understood as a small group of persons who come together with the intention of finding a solution to a shared problem. In Andhra Pradesh, these SHGs are the base unit of a network of organizations through which microcredit is provided to the poor. The intention in creating this linkage is to help people pull themselves up from the mire of poverty. In Andhra Pradesh, all SHG members are women. From 1979, there were many pilot programs where government agencies and NGOs used SHGs to showcase the achievement of development goals. However, for these programs to really make an impact on people's lives, there was a need to scale up. This was first done under the Velugu program, and then later under what came to be known as IKP or Indira Kranti Pathak. All poverty reduction programs in the state are now grouped under the Indira Kranti Pathak, which is a blanket poverty reduction program aimed at reaching the poorest of the poor. To implement the goals of the IKP, an autonomous body called the Society for the Elimination of Poverty or SERP was set up. SERP has a unique perspective on poverty. The organization sees poverty as a lack of agency and voice and believes that a difference can be made to people's lives only when they are motivated to take charge of their own destinies and are assisted in the creation of enduring social capital. SERP's approach is threefold: empower and organize, provide opportunities, and reduce vulnerability amongst the poor. Each of these is scaled up and put into practice through the active participation of the various levels of people's organizations, starting with SHGs. Today, the people's organizations work with SERP to 1. Empower and organize the poor into federations that are member-managed and member-controlled. 2. Provide opportunities for socio-economic and physical health of members. 3. Reduce the vulnerability of members of these federations. As has been expressed before, in Andhra Pradesh, self-help groups were selected as the base unit of the various people's organizations. Made up exclusively of women, these SHGs formed at the hamlet or single village level were then federated into village organizations, also called Grama Samakhyas at the Panchayat level. Thereafter, at the block level, a federation of such village organizations were formed. This block level organization is called Mahila Mandal Samakhyal. At the district or Zilla level, a federation of the representatives of all the Mandal Mahila Samakhyas was also formed. This was given the name Zilla Samakhya. The various levels of these people's organizations work through scaled-up operations that begin at the grassroots with the SHG. For example, while an SHG might look at providing loans to members up to Rs 1,000, the village organization can provide for loans up to Rs 10,000. If the VOs require loans, they can request these from the Mahila Mandal Samakhya at the block level, which might be able to extend credit upwards of Rs 50,000. At the Zilla level, the lending capacity would be much higher. The same kind of scaling up happens across other activities as well.
पहले इतना था 10,000 ही मिलता था, तो 10,000 में कुछ काम करने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं आता था, और 10 आदमी लोग हैं, मिलेगा तो 10,000, उसके बाद 1 साल तक फिर मिलेगा नहीं। अभी कम से कम 3 लाख 5 लाख तक मिल रहा है, और इसमें फ़ायदा क्या है, पहले तो 1 रुपया ब्याज से भरता था, हम लोग 1 रुपया भरते थे और कुछ पैसे वापस नहीं आता था। अब क्या हो रहा है, हमारे तो 25 पैसे ब्याज से भर रहे हैं और 75 पैसे फिर वापस आ रहा है हमारे को।
इसलिए साप्ताहिक बचत करना आसानी तरीका है। आसानी है या नहीं है ना? आसानी है। और
In the first year of the SHG model's implementation under IKP, things were not as integrated as they are now. In one of the first and most significant moves during that time, women's organizations were taught the basics of microcredit. Escaping poverty and achieving self-reliance could not be arrived at without a degree of control on finance.
हम पहले तो गरीब हैं, गरीब 1 हफ्ते में हम मेहनत करेंगे तो हमारे पैसे हर दिन का या 2-2 रुपया या 3-3 रुपया अगर बचत करेंगे तो हमारा लाभ होता है।
The groups were linked to banks through a thrift system that rewarded saving and prepayment. The process of requesting and obtaining loans was begun with the setting up of accounts in the name of the SHG or Federation in banks. All members were encouraged to give a small weekly membership fee that helped them save on a regular basis. This collected amount was deposited regularly at the bank. Once a certain amount was accumulated at the bank, a loan could be requested for and disbursed against the same corpus as collateral. These loans were completely unsubsidized, with the liability of returning the amount resting entirely with the SHG. The self-help groups could then distribute the borrowed amounts amongst those members who had requested for financial help.
మాకు మొదట సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ప్రారంభమైనాక 6 నెలలకు మాకు బ్యాంకు ద్వారా లోన్ ఇస్తారు. ఎందుకంటే గ్రూప్ మీటింగ్స్ కరెక్ట్గా ఉండాలి, బుక్స్ మెయింటెనెన్స్ కరెక్ట్గా ఉండాలి. మా ఈ పొదుపు కూడా వాళ్ళు బ్యాంకులో డిపాజిట్ కూడా చూస్తారు, 6 నెలలు రెగ్యులర్గా ఉన్నారా లేదా. టోటల్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఇంక్లూజింగ్ కింద కూడా ఒక గ్రూప్కు 3 లక్షల నుంచి 5 లక్షల వరకు కూడా లోన్లు ఇప్పించడం జరిగింది. అయితే ఏవైతే మనకు గ్రూపులు సమావేశం కరెక్ట్గా పెట్టుకొని పుస్తక నిర్వహణ కరెక్ట్గా ఉండి వాళ్ళు హాజరు శాతం కరెక్ట్గా ఉండి వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా అన్ని కార్యక్రమాల్లో పాల్గొన్న వాళ్ళకు నిరుపేద కుటుంబాలను చూసి వాళ్ళకు ర్యాంకులు ఇచ్చి ఎంసీపీ ద్వారా మైక్రో క్రెడిట్ ప్లాన్ అని ఒకటి తయారు చేసి దాన్ని మడ సమైక్యకు పంపిస్తే వాళ్ళు మాకు మడ సమైక్య నుంచి అప్పిస్తారు. లోన్ తీసుకొని తర్వాత లోన్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మేము మళ్ళీ మీటింగ్ ఏర్పాటు చేసుకొని ఎవరికైతే అవసరం ఉంటే మా సభ్యులకు మేము అప్పులుగా ఇస్తాం.
Very soon it was observed that the demand for loans was increasing as members found uses for the loans being offered. Recoveries were also not a problem, with over 90% of the loans being repaid completely. This entire experience was so beneficial for both the financial institutions and the women's organizations that banks today regularly double the last allocated loan amounts. Today, the high level of the people's organizations have divisions that act as financial institutions called Mahila banks, borrowing sums from the mainstream banks and lending money to the lower levels when there is a need. Over the past 10 years, since microcredit through bank linkages was first introduced, over 30,000 crores worth of loans have been accessed, with 7,000 crores worth of loans accessed in just the past year.
That IKP people, they start to form a new group and they will come to the bank and ask us to open a new account with them. They come with a total resolution, a good resolution, pro forma is there. They come with that pro forma. According to KYC norms, we will open an account in this branch. So after 6 months, we will wait. We will see the rotation. So 1 or 2 times we will visit that group also. We will educate them. And after 6 months, if we are satisfied, then we are giving initially some 50,000 like that. That is 5,000 rupees for each person. In the beginning, we used to finance only 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees to entire group. So after seeing the repayment, slowly the branch managers also changed their mind. But the government, by installing that IKP, one department is separate, one institution they have established. That institution is working hard in linking the SHG people to the banks. These people have worked hard. So educated them, provided books, educated the women and the usefulness of the groups. So that apart from it, that Pavala Vaddi, that is, we are charging 14%, sir. Over and above 3%, every year, government is reimbursing. That is helping a lot. So ultimately, they are getting the loans at 3% only. That is very good, very good. We have financed up to 6 crores in this branch to nearly 350 groups. To some groups, we have given almost maximum level. That is 5 lakhs each group. The recovery is very, very good, and they are maintaining very good the books. They are maintaining the books in a very decent way, and we hope this finance into self-help groups is very useful, and their level of standard of living also it has gone high. Normally, people spend on agriculture, education of children, and health schemes. Many times, income generating activities also. Some carpenters, goldsmith, and some people are spent like that. And other people, most of the women, they are purchasing milk and milk also, sir. So every month they are getting 18-19 rupees per liter. Almost each and every house in the Chittoor district, they are having 2 animals, milk animals. They are getting milk and money out of this milk. So that amount they are repaying.
ఈ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్లో చేరిన తర్వాత మాకు ఏ అవసరం వచ్చినా కానీ మేము బయట వడ్డీ వ్యాపారస్తుల దగ్గరికి పోవడం జరగడం లేదు. ఎందుకంటే మాకు గ్రూప్లో ఉంటేనే, గ్రూప్లో లేదా అంటే గ్రామైక్య సంఘాలు ఉంటే, లేదా అంటే మన సమైక్యలు తెచ్చుకుంటున్నాం, లేదా బ్యాంకుల ద్వారా అప్పు తీసుకుంటున్నాం. కాబట్టి ఆర్థికంగా కొంచెం ముందుకు ఎదగడానికి, మా పిల్లల్ని కూడా మంచిగా చదివేయడానికి కూడా ఈ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్ ఉండడం వల్ల మాకు లాభాలు వస్తున్నాయి. ముందు మా యొక్క ఈ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ఒక బ్యాంక్ తరహా అవుతాయని మా అభిప్రాయం. ఎందుకంటే మాకు కూడా లోన్లు ఒక్కొక్క గ్రూప్కి 5-5 లక్షలు వస్తున్నాయి కదా. అట్లా మా గ్రూపులు కూడా గ్రామైక్య సంఘంలో ఉన్నాయి, 30 వరకు ఉన్నాయి. అట్లా ఒక్కొక్క గ్రూప్ వేసుకున్న 1 కోటి రూపాయల వరకు కూడా లింకేజ్ తీసుకునే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. దాని ద్వారా కూడా మేము ఆర్థికంగా ఒక బ్యాంక్ ఏర్పాటు చేసుకున్నట్టు అయిపోతాయి, గ్రామాలలో బయటకు వెళ్ళకుండా.
This was not an easy process. There was a time